Let's take a look at how it happened.
On the inside of the racetrack there, gets a little bit loose here, I think. 0-8. She got loose. Tried to correct it. The truck actually turned back to the right. She turned back to the left again, but ran out of racetrack there. Made hard contact.
That was a hard hit. It really was. Take a look at it from the back. Now you see it wiggle. One correction. Now it gets away from her. Bam! That was a big hit.
Well, that just about takes my breath away watching her hit that wall that hard.
So you're sliding along the wall. Again, in turn 2, we had talked about that wasn't a factor of the new configuration of the track.
Problems. That's the 0-2, I believe, of Kelly Sutton.
Got a little bit of fire behind that truck.
And let me just tell you, it has been very dry here in the Kansas area. It's going to be a little bit of time before they get that out, because the grass is going to burn here in Kansas right now. That's the truck going across the infield.
She's going to make some real hard contact with the inside wall. Very reminiscent of Jeff Fuller's crash of a couple of weeks ago at Kentucky Speedway, where a lot of contact. You see Kelly being loaded into the ambulance there. You see her arm move right there. She put her arm. Looks like the Ford truck gets a little sideways. He might have made a slight bit of contact
with the 10
there. With the 10 of Terry Cook. Watch the Ford truck. Kelly Sutton's going to come along and clip her.
She was out of control a little bit coming in there. You could see that she was just trying to recorrect when she got into that Ford.
Yeah, she was sideways. She had lost control coming in. You can see the radiator leaking there, but
obviously Kelly Sutton took a heck of a ride.
Oh, big crash, front straightaway. Brendan Gaughan and Tina Gordon. Big crash.
That was a big hit. There's Brendan Gaughan. We see in the 62. You can see the damage to the front. Big hit. I felt that all the way up here in the booth.
Here we go to look at what happens here.
Brendan tried to go underneath Tina there. I don't think he's going to clear. Nope. And this is a big hit here. Bam! Bam! That's I feel that in my bones still when that happens. It's not a good feeling.
Look at this. Gordon sliding on the inside, and that was a race for second right there. Brendan Gaughan and Dennis Setzer had come up, but the caution flag comes out as Tina Gordon gets spun on the inside of that race.
I thought that was pretty tight, didn't you? Yeah, very tight. Tina were there, but she probably didn't realize they were going to be side by side beside her. Dennis was trying to get by Brendan Gaughan for a second. You see him right here. That's Dennis, the Axiom Chevrolet, number 46 in the middle. And really, they looked like they even made a little contact maybe right prior to getting to turn number 3. And that got Tina down on the apron, and that turned her around.
And luckily, did you see the guys who went through there? Rick Crawford and John Wood just barely missing.
Yeah, that's a great piece of driving right there by John Wood, who read that accident really well.
Into the wall in turn 3.
It's Rick Crawford right there.
golly.
The whole front end off of that, number 14.
A couple more trucks on the back.
Tina Gordon.
That's a bad crash.
13. Yeah. So our first caution comes out at lap 45. Rick Crawford sliding into the infield.
His throttle's hung. Gordon gets sideways exiting the corner. Does a nice job of not spinning out, but just can't ever control the truck, Phil.
Never can catch up to it. Now she's got the brakes locked up to try to stop that truck, but she stops in the middle of the racetrack. There comes Rick Crawford right behind Dennis Setzer in the 46 truck. Could not see her, never saw her. Clipped her, turned her in front of Hank Parker Jr., who made severe contact on the inside, and it kind of slid down to the inside wall.
And Hank would have missed her had Rick not have hit her, but Rick hit her, bounced her over in front of Hank, and then Hank just took a terrible shot head on right into the left front corner of Tina's truck. You can see it there. Oh,
whoa! And you could hear it too.
Trouble, turn 1. Milka Duno.
Lock it down.
The Venezuelan from sports car racing background in her first Nationwide Series race. And 2 laps in, has found trouble in turn 1.
That thing got shortened up a little bit in the back.
Green and white car there.
Yeah, just got away from her.
Yeah, looked like tried to get a little too much getting down into the corner there.
In the 44 car.
Yeah, that's just getting up out of the groove a little bit. No grip up there whatsoever, but does a nice job not to hit anything.
Safe. Sliding in safe.
The 24, every time you come to her, she doesn't know whether she's going high or low, and looked like she went up, so I committed to the bottom, and here she came down. So It's not one of those deals. It's somebody who shouldn't be on the racetrack that has no clue what they're doing in a race car. She wants to be Danica Patrick, but she can't hold her helmet. So it's I don't even know who it is, to tell you the truth.
House Jr. goes around him. He's hot under that helmet. Caution on the track.
Yellow's out.
I'm looking around the track. I don't see anybody in the wall, guys. So here with 19 laps. Oh, there it is. Johanna Long. It's up close on the backstretch. That's why we couldn't see it from our position. We're blocked from that. In a tough way for her to end her season. You might be right, Andy. Keep an eye on the impact.
That's a scary lick right there. Oh. You see all those parts flying off the car?
Boy, you're right. It's great to see her able to walk away from that one. Trouble on the front stretch. Cars in the wall. Johanna Long, Robert Richardson. Trouble toward the back end of the lead pack.
Yep. Doesn't take much at these speeds, too, and with the slick racetrack. And things just kind of start stacking up. People running into each other and trying to dodge one another.
Right side of your screen.
Was he pit?
Looked like he was slowing, certainly, maybe to come to pit road.
Johanna didn't see that, didn't realize he was going to be so abrupt, trying to get down on the pit road. Drove right in the back of him.
So B.J. McLeod will work on his truck, see if he can get back out on the racetrack. Here it is, 3 in Texas.
Travis Kvapil, hard into Johanna Long.
Across the stripe, and the trucks continue to try to avoid. But Johanna Long and Travis Kvapil, hard contact at the start-finish line. A lot of damage to the front of the 5 truck. You see the steering wheel coming off for Johanna Long.
Here they are coming to line. The black flag was displayed for Johnny Sauter and the checkered flag for Ron Hornaday. And there's Travis Kvapil. Wow, hard contact with Johanna Long.
Yeah, Travis was completely out of sorts as he came through the grass, and he was headed towards the wall. He's actually lucky Johanna Long was there. Unlucky for Johanna Long.
One spun in 4. Do have one spun. And wow, big crash. Jennifer Jo Cobb in the 27 and Johnny Chapman in the 43.
Fire. Can I get out yet?
Yeah. In the rear. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Right there, you can see just catches Chapman up there. He's trying to avoid this spin. It looked like the 27 maybe hung the left front down on the apron, caused it to get loose and shot up in front of Johnny Chapman. That flash fire went out as they stop here. Pretty significant fire.
Try the high side. Now he's going to come down low. Look out on the apron. And he's spinning. He's into the infield.
Hang on, Switch. Hold the brake a little bit.
Look
Trouble
out
behind, too.
More cars spinning right behind him as well. The 15 of Timmy Hill and the 79 of Jennifer Jo Cobb. And the 79 is torn up.
Yeah, it hit pretty hard, that Spencer.
Priors on the racetrack, right? The 21 and the 10 are involved. Jennifer Jo Cobb in the 10 and the 21 of Chris Eggleston.
See some right side damage to Chris's truck.
That's Chris Eggleston in the 21, and we saw the 10 of Jennifer Jo Cobb. A lot of damage to the left rear of that truck.
See what happens. Oh, gets loose.
Yeah, Jennifer Jo just got a little bit loose. Chris Eggleston came along with absolutely nowhere to go. Got caught up against the outside wall.
Chris was really looking forward to today's race. I talked to he and his teammate Jason White down in the garage, and they really felt good about their trucks. And that's sort of like Narain. Same thing happened to Narain on the front straightaway. Chris Eggleston just didn't have anywhere. There's nothing he could do. Unavoidable contact.
Cobb has spun her truck coming off of turn number 4 here at the Lucas Oil 200 Dover International Speedway, and she climbs out of the truck okay, but frustrated. She was running 28th at the time, and she's not happy with somebody.
No, she's definitely voicing her displeasure.
Looks like maybe Tyler Reddick.
Like Tyler Reddick, possibly with a 19 truck, he would be lapping Jennifer Jo Cobb. Let's see if we can take a look at what happens here, Ralph.
He's that blue truck running in second place, and he's right behind her here. Hard to tell from that angle if there was contact. Let's listen in.
Hard crash. Oh, Aaron Crocker in the 6 and Jason Keller in the 35. Aaron Crocker making her Busch Series debut. Driving for Ray Evernham. Kenny Wallace to the garage. Wallace 6th in the championship standings.
Already happened.
Let's see what happened to
Jason had nowhere to go.
Nope. Yeah. And Kenny Wallace tried to squeeze through on the outside.
Yeah.
And couldn't quite make it. And
on board with Kenny Wallace.
All mine. Easy. All right, you're good. Oh, we're in it. We're in it, guys. We're in it. We're in it. They turned somebody right up in front of us.
She was 31st quickest in practice earlier, but what a year she's already had in those 5 ARCA races. 3 top 5 finishes, 4 top 10s, and 2 poles.
Whoa, that's what we're talking about. Easy. Trouble for Aaron Crocker, but she will race. She is in by virtue of the car owner points on that number 6.
We see A.J. Fike in 43 gets in the side of the Aaron Crocker in the 6th car, and Brandon Miller 61 comes off the corner. Really nowhere to go. Oh man, I think Aaron's going to be okay until that.
Jones took advantage of it and into the wall again, the 78. Angela Ruck once again has got into the wall. A lot of damage to the back of the 78 now.
She doesn't look like she's quite up there. I think that probably had a lot to do with what happened from the first crash whenever she backed it into the wall.
A much harder impact this time.
Angela Ruck, the niece of Derek Cope, who won the Daytona 500. A lot of damage to the right rear and rear of that car.